When did you witness someone's career end in a single moment? I was working my first real job out of college at this marketing firm downtown. Pretty small company, maybe 30 employees total, but we had some huge clients like a national restaurant chain and a couple of tech startups. There was this senior account manager named Derek who'd been there for 8 years. Everyone loved him. He closed the biggest deals, brought in the most revenue, and got invited to every client dinner and conference. The bosses treated him like royalty. He had the corner office, the company car, the whole package. Us junior employees all wanted to be Derek someday, but Derek had this habit of taking credit for other people's work. Nothing too obvious, just subtle stuff. He'd present ideas in meetings that his team came up with, and somehow his name ended up on the final proposals. Most people didn't say anything because Derek had power and connections. If you wanted to move up in the company, you needed Derek to like you. My desk was right outside his office, so I saw everything. I watched him take presentation decks from junior designers and put his name on them. Heard him on calls with clients explaining strategies that his assistant Amy had spent weeks developing. Amy was brilliant, honestly the smartest person on our floor, but she was shy and didn't push back when Derek took her ideas. This went on for months. Then in March, we landed this massive potential client, a sports apparel company worth millions. The CEO wanted a complete brand refresh and digital marketing strategy. This was the biggest pitch our company had ever gone for. Derek assembled a team, and guess who did most of the actual work? Amy. She pulled all-nighters for 3 weeks straight, created mock-ups, researched their target demographics, built out an entire social media campaign from scratch. I'd see her at her desk at midnight running numbers and tweaking designs. Derek would pop in occasionally, look at her screen and say stuff like, "Good work, keep it up." The day before the big presentation, Amy finished the pitch deck. It was genuinely incredible. Over 60 slides with custom graphics, video concepts, budget breakdowns, everything. She sent it to Derek for review at 8 p.m. He replied with a thumbs up emoji. That's it. No notes, no feedback, nothing. The next morning, we all gathered in the main conference room. The CEO and 3 executives from the sports apparel company sat on one side of the table. Our CEO and management team sat on the other side. Derek stood at the front with the projector screen behind him. Amy sat in the back corner with the rest of us junior employees. Derek started presenting and he was smooth, talking about market penetration and brand identity and consumer engagement. He clicked through Amy's slides like he'd made them himself. The clients were nodding, taking notes, looking impressed. Everything was going perfectly. Then we got to slide 37. It was a mock-up of a social media campaign with sample posts and engagement metrics. One of the executives, this woman named Patricia, leaned forward and said, "Wait, can you explain the analytics model you used here? These numbers are based on what exactly?" Derek froze. For maybe 3 seconds, he just stared at the screen. Then he started talking, but it was all generic marketing speak. Synergistic approaches and multi-channel integration and other buzzwords that meant nothing. Patricia wasn't buying it. She cut him off mid-sentence. "No, I mean, specifically, what data set are you pulling from? Because these engagement rates seem unrealistic for our demographic." Derek's face went red. He fumbled with his laptop, clicking through slides like the answer might magically appear. He looked back at Amy in the corner. She stared right at him, didn't move, didn't help, just watched him drown. Our CEO, Mr. Harrison, noticed the eye contact and his expression changed. You could see him putting it together in real time. Derek kept stammering, trying to recover, but Patricia wasn't done. She pointed at another slide showing ROI projections. "And this timeline here, how did you calculate the conversion windows?" Derek opened his mouth, but nothing came out. Patricia turned to our CEO. "With all due respect, it seems like your senior account manager doesn't actually understand his own presentation." Mr. Harrison asked Derek to step outside. The whole room went silent. You could hear the clock ticking on the wall. Amy got up and walked to the front. She introduced herself, apologized for the confusion, and proceeded to answer every single question perfectly. She knew that presentation inside and out because she'd built it. She explained the analytics models, the data sources, the projection calculations, everything. The clients were impressed. Patricia actually smiled and said, "Now this is someone who knows what they're talking about." The meeting ended with handshakes and promises to review proposals. Derek never came back inside. After the clients left, Mr. Harrison called an emergency meeting with all the senior staff. By 2 p.m., Derek was cleaning out his desk. By 3 p.m., security was escorting him out of the building. Our CEO sent a company-wide email that afternoon announcing Derek's immediate termination and Amy's promotion to senior account manager. Turns out Mr. Harrison had been getting anonymous complaints about Derek for months, but never had proof until that meeting. Derek's LinkedIn still says he's looking for new opportunities. That was 6 months ago.